I don't want to.
You didn't tell Matt about writing for Shaquille.
I did not tell Matt about writing for Shaquille O'Neal.
I think it's super cool though. I didn't want to bring it up because I know it's a sensitive topic, but I wish it came up.
Because you're a basketball guy.
Oh yeah.
And he's a Celtics legend, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, his final stop of his career. Yeah, tune into the Motern Media Celtics podcast, everybody.
All right.
We're doing a plug up top. We've never done that before.
Well, and we just heard a little bit of Poop into a Wormhole by our guest today, Matt Farley.
This is such an honor. I'm a huge fan of this show.
This is, I think, the first time we've had somebody actually send us a record and then appear on the show, which is incredible. And if you are listening, this is Off the Records with B Money in the comment.
So Matt, what welcome to the show. We just heard a little bit of poop into a wormhole.
Yeah, there's a lot of dispute over who wrote that song.
Oh,
well,
really?
Where did you get the idea for that song?
Brendan suggested it to me.
Oh, wait. So this is actually like a feud.
Yes.
Not really a feud.
This is like when Marin had on like Gallagher.
Yes.
Not really a feud. I mean, there's some residuals. There's some monetary compensation that has.
Okay, the guy, he sends me like, "Hey, you should do these songs." I say, I feel bad taking all your ideas. He says, "Don't worry about it. I don't want any money from it. I'll never do anything with it. Take it." And then from that moment on, publicly, he's constantly saying to me, "Hey, you owe me money for these songs."
No, I don't say that. But I do ask you every time you do an interview or something, I ask if you ever bring me up, and you don't. He never thanks me. He never publicly thanks me for giving him the idea and title for his most popular song ever that got him on NPR.
Yeah, it's not my most popular song ever, but
Jimmy Fallon.
So wait, you just gave him the title?
Just the title.
I said I'll find the emails. I said you should write a song about. Well, I do remember the exchange where you were lamenting that. You've already you thought you were at the end of the road with your poop songs. Yeah. And I said, Matt, there are a million ways to go with poop songs.
For instance,
poop into a wormhole. Yeah. You could poop into a wormhole. It comes out. I do
another
remember.
dimension.
Okay, I'm seeing more sides to this because I actually just read about a similar.
All
right, so this guy Jeffrey Lee Pierce, who is the lead singer of this band, the Gun Club, named the band Circle Jerks. He gave them the name Circle Jerks. And then to make up, or no, there was something like that. And then basically the way he paid him back was they gave him a concept for a title of a song, and they always mentioned it in interviews. So I think in the future you have to shout out Brendan.
That's all I really want, and Matt is very stubborn.
I mention Brendan all the time on the streets.
That is true. And Brendan also mentions you. I feel like you guys have a real...
Yeah, we go way back. Do you know how we first met?
Was it on the Bone Zone?
On the Bone Zone. They found my phone number. After they were playing my birthday songs, they said, we should call this guy. They call me. I answer. While I'm on the phone, they realize I've written a song about Brendan that he was not aware of prior to them calling me. Brendan Walsh, comedy man. Brendan Walsh, stand up dude. Brendan Walsh, funny jokes up on stage, making people laugh. Brendan Walsh, Brendan Walsh, comedy guy, funny man. Brendan Walsh, telling jokes, making people laugh all the time. Brendan Walsh, funny comedy guy. Oh yeah, funny, 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 funny guy.
Well, that's how I found out about you from the Bone Zone, and because I found out about you there, I found out you wrote a song about me from an appearance I did on Pete Holmes' podcast.
Sean O'Connor, super duper comedian man. Oh yeah, yeah. Sean O'Connor, incredibly talented person. Oh yeah, Sean O'Connor got a good resume. Oh yeah, go up on stage and do stuff for television. Oh yeah, Sean O'Connor got a lot of Twitter followers. Oh yeah, coming up with lots of really witty tweets. So yeah, Sean O'Connor. Oh yeah, yeah. Sean O'Connor is the best person in the world. Funny comedian man. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Sean O'Connor got a really great brain, and he thinks of funny stuff. Yeah, funny stuff, and he says it, and then people laugh so much because he is a brilliant genius.
And Matt came and saw me when I performed in
Foxwoods.
Casino.
Yeah.
One of
Controversial
two of the
performance,
worst shows I've ever done.
I had a
maybe.
great time.
Oh,
Matt had a great time. I used his song as my walk-on music. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And there's
Anthony
also
DeVito, right? Open for you, I think.
yes.
Oh, I
he
love
was very
Anthony
funny.
DeVito. He's so
Super
funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say there was one time I was at Comics at Foxwoods, and it was me and Nick Turner. We were co-headlining.
Yeah.
And we brought our friend Neil to do a guest set. And Neil bombed so hard that they banned him. He couldn't hang out for the second show.
Wow.
They just were like, go walk around the casino. We don't want to know you.
So Matt came to both shows.
Yeah.
And that between shows, the first show was probably terrible.
No way. It was great.
And-
Loved it.
See,
And
Yeah.
conflicting
between
reports.
between shows, my recollection was because Matt was there. I respect Matt. I wanted Matt to have a good time.
Yeah, and I did.
And I think I did, whatever garbage material I was doing at the time for the first show. And the second show, and there's not many people at there was a small crowd for the first show. The second show, even less people. I didn't have a good time at the first show. Matt's still there. I'm like, I don't want Matt to have to listen to all the stuff he heard before. I'm
would've
just
been
doing this
happy
show
to.
for Matt.
Yeah.
Oh.
He pulls out the letter that he wrote to like the Chamber of Commerce to Austin, right? Where you declared war on Austin. Was that what?
Yes.
It was brilliant. Don't listen to him at all. And my wife was there for both, and we still speak about it. It was a great night. So, I mean, come on. How often do you go to a comedy show where the guy's like, hey, I once declared war on Austin, and he pulls out.
Oh, you know what it was? No, I had.
What was?
I had paper with the city of Austin letterhead on it, so I would write letters to other cities declaring war on them.
Austin. Okay. Yeah.
And I wrote a letter to Nashville because they claimed they were the live music capital of the world, and Austin was declaring war on them because they
beautiful.
had the.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, and one more while we're complimenting Brendan. Every time I go to the movie theater, I remember that he said he went to the theater and two guys bought. There were only 2 seats sold, and you and your friend bought the seats on either side of the
Right.
2 that were sold.
No. There was 1 seat sold,
Okay,
and the guy made us pick seats, so
you
we
picked seats on either side of that
on
guy.
either side of that guy. We were laughing so hard.
Oh, that's great.
That was in Ohio at Go Bananas. I was working. All these clubs have such great names. It really does a lot for your self-esteem.
Comics with an X, Go Bananas. There's Bananas and Hasbrook Heights.
Yeah.
There's
Looney Bin.
Yeah, Looney Bin. There's so many funny bones.
Yeah.
Wow.
I started at the Stress Factory.
Yeah. That's not bad, but
It's bad.
Yeah.
They have
Well, no, I mean
bicycles on the ceiling.
the name.
What kind of factory is this?
the name isn't. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know who Matt Farley is, I mean, he's the closest thing we have to a goddamn Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Filmmaker, musician,
Yep.
basketball enthusiast, podcaster.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. This is a huge honor. I'm a big fan. I've written songs about both of you guys. And I'm breaking the rules though here because you have a house rule that guests can't bring their own album.
No, there are no rules to the podcast.
I've always said, and Brendan's always said this. He actually has a tattoo of it on his chest. It says the rules are made to be broken. It's really long.
It's actually on my lower back
Nice.
with an arrow pointing down.
Yeah, the arrow's covering a swastika tattoo.
No, I have to edit out that whole bit.
Why?
Keep that in. What?
Clearly, you don't have a swastika tattoo, do you?
No. Well, let's get into
what is the album?
Can I tell you my history with this album?
Yeah. So the album here. Why don't you tell us what it is, Matt? Because Matt mailed me this album.
As soon as this podcast started, I fell in love with it, and then I was at the record store, and I found I have a copy of this, but I was at the local record store, and I saw it right there in a pile of $2 records. And so I bought one. I mailed it to old BW. Now you might, if you go to record stores, you might see The First Family. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
before?
Von Meter.
It's the same people who made The First Family, except it was about a decade later, and they set their sights on Vice President Spiro T. Agnew in a much lesser known follow up. And I don't know, in 1986, at the age of 8, just stumbled upon it in my parents' record collection. I don't know how it got there. All they have is like Neil Diamond, Barry Manilow, Barbra Streisand.
But
and
it sounds like they needed a laugh.
Apparently they needed a laugh. And so for the rest of my childhood, I regularly am listening to Spiro T. Agnew is a Riot with no concept of politics, no concept of early 70s politics, especially. And I basically know the whole thing by heart, and I just love it so much.
Okay.
I don't know if it's as funny to anyone else as it is to me. Most people have never even heard this thing before. This is obscure.
Well, our listeners, this is going to be a unique experience because everybody's going to be hearing it with the same ears that 8-year-old Matt Farley.
Yeah. Put yourself in my basement.
Well, no, you won't have to because nobody knows about 70s. Everybody listening to this.
But dude, they're not 8. They're not 8.
Right now, where all of our listeners are is they are taking their parents' Neil Diamond album off, and we're about to put on this to have our minds expanded.
Now, first of all, let me say this. I think that's the opening line.
Okay, well, let's see.
Well, first of all, let me say this. I need a man who knows how to make a speech. I think that's very important. A man who knows a lot of hard words.
Well, we've checked all the possibilities, Mr. Nixon, and we've settled on the one man who we feel can reach the silent majority and tell it like it is at the same time. Now, I'd like you to hear Spiro T. Agnew. I know he's your man. He's giving a speech tonight to the local PTA.
Well, what are his credentials?
Well, this man started out from nothing, and in 10 years, he worked himself up to a position.
Is that really? It's Vincent Price
as Nixon's assistant, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I didn't know this was star-studded.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker, the honored president of the Delancey and Crown Streets chapter of the PTA.
So this is in front of an audience.
Or laugh track.
Mr. Spiro T. Agnew. No.
All right, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and detractors.
Oh, he's good. He's very good.
Before I begin the formal part of my talk, I would like to say a few words. Tomentos, formidable, propitiate, and forensic. These words usually don't come up in my talk, so I thought I'd get them across right away.
I mean, this does sound like a live performance. I don't think this is
okay.
They recorded it live at a recording studio, so they brought in an audience, usually of friends.
Okay.
But it is, I mean, literally it's crushing right now. And Rich Little is doing Nixon, which I think...
Right, yeah, Rich Little is Nixon, Vincent Price is his helper, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
If you're gonna get a Nixon, it's got to be Rich Little.
Especially in,
Big
what
guns.
year was this recorded?
Yeah, 72, 71, yeah.
He's also a Mets fan, Richard Nixon, or he was.
A Mets fan?
Yeah, New York Mets fan.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
You too?
Oh yeah, big time Mets fan.
It is my pleasure to be here tonight talking to you coal miners of Polish extraction. You represent the backbone of America, and you should be proud of yourselves. You are a people who have come to this country as poor immigrants, and although it took time and hard work, you, starting from nothing, have worked yourselves down into the mines. And tonight I bring you with great pride as your guest speaker, one of your own countrymen, a man of Polish extraction, but a really nice guy. Now, there have been many jokes about Polish people, many of them in bad taste. Of course, you have to laugh at some of them. Like the one about the Polish 747 that couldn't get off the ground because it ran out of coal, you know?
So it's good they get away with potentially objectionable material by having the buffoon deliver it, and he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy, and he's also... You're making fun of how dumb he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it.
And Stanley Myron, Handelman, is Spiro Agnew.
I've talked to his son on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, because I have a song about this album, and his son found the song and then reached out to me on Twitter. I was a kid listening to the records that happened to be in the limited record collection that my mom and dad had. Lots of the records that they had were just gifts that people had given them. They didn't really care all that much about music. Whatever was on the radio was good enough for them. La la la, la 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 la. Anyway, one of their records was called Spiro T. Agnew is a Riot. It's a comedy record about the vice president under Nixon during his first term. And I didn't know very much about politics from the early 1970s when I was listening to it in the mid to late 1980s. But I sure did know when I was listening to something incredibly funny. So funny to listen to that comedy album all about the vice president. I listened to it, I know the whole thing by heart. It's a very, very funny album. The more I learn about politics and American history, the more I understand about the comedy on that album. But what's great about it is that it's just plain old universally funny to be listening to Spiro T. Agnew on the record player, getting into a fight with William Buckley Jr. over who's got the best vocabulary. Oh, it's so darn funny. Oh yes, it's so darn funny. I look for reviews of that record on the internet sometimes, and there's almost nothing about it out there. It's been forgotten by the world, except for people like me. Yes, people like me who liked it so much. Yeah. All the fans of Spiro T. Agnew is a Riot should call me. I want to discuss how funny it is. Call me on the phone, 603-644-0048. That's my phone number. I want to be able to talk to somebody who has also listened to that very funny album.
Incredible. This guy, Stanley Myron, Handelman, he was, he was a stand-up comic at a time where there wasn't a lot of them.
Yes.
And he was kind of a fixture on like the Merv Griffin Show, Dean Martin Presents the Gold Diggers, Barbara McNair Show, the Flip Wilson Show, Ed Sullivan, Carson. And he's kind of just not been remembered at all.
Yeah, and not enough. No one's talking about this album, and now you guys are on board. I can tell. Like your blood is starting to flow. You want to hear more of this.
I mean,
wait till you get to the fight. There's a verbal fight. Just get ready.
The fight that's towards the end of Sidewalks.
Yes.
I'm just what is appealing to me about this album right off the top is the why it even exists.
Yes.
Because talking about like the Von Meter album, it's JFK. This is like the Vice President, and like you have Rich Little, who's like the premier impressionist, and Vincent Price doing voices on it.
Can I just point out, it's called Spiro T. Agnew is a riot, and that's a double entendre,
Okay.
He's funny, but also there were a lot of riots going on in those days. People were rioting.
Oh, yeah, because the O in the riot has a peace sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's how I interpret it.
Well, this next one's called The Joke.
Oh, this is a fun one.
How is Agnew's wit?
Listen to this. Hey, Spiro, tell Dick the joke you told me this morning, huh?
Okay, Mr. Nixon, that reminds me of a joke.
So you just said that reminds me of a joke because like someone taught him before you tell your joke, you should say that reminds me of a joke.
And it's one of my favorite humorous anecdotes, and I hope upon hearing it, it will become one of your favorite humorous anecdotes as well as my own.
Oh, that's very funny. I like that.
He didn't tell the joke yet.
Oh.
I didn't create this joke. Rather, it comes from a book called Favorite Humorous Anecdotes. And this was originally told by one of America's outstanding humorists and presidents, James Polk. You'll have to excuse me if I laugh when I think about it, I just heard it myself,
Can we hear the joke, Spiro?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is the way it goes. It goes something like this. There's these 3 guys, see? Oh, no, I'm sorry, there were 4 guys.
Well, that's really a good joke. That's a start. Let me say this. Do you know any other jokes?
I don't think he's finished telling us this one yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. But this is really it. There were these 4 guys, see? There's an Englishman, 2 Italians, and a German. And the Englishman and the German ordered curried shrimp, and the Italian ordered spaghetti with an antipasto. Now, the curried shrimp came to $3.90, and the spaghetti and the antipasto was $1.50 each. How much did the entire... Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a joke, it's a riddle.
So good. It really comes down to the performance by Stanley Handelman as Spiro. He's good. Let's hear the fight, eh?
Yeah, we'll get up to, let's listen to the fight, and then Silent Majority is right after.
Oh, Silent Majority is amazing.
Don Dumpy in the booth, about 3 minutes to fight time. Here are some statistics on the 2 boys. No time, down to ringside, and Johnny Abbott.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The main event of the evening. 15 rounds duration for the verbal championship of the one. In the right corner, wearing the dark gray single-breasted Petrocelli suit with imported Italian shoes and maroon and black stripe tie by Cassini from Baltimore, Maryland, with an IQ of 135, Spiro T. Agnew.
That's funny with the IQs instead of the weight. I like that.
I mean, they should do that for all boxing matches. MMA fights, throw their IQ in there, too.
That's such a funny...
That'd be insane.
It's good.
Main event, 15 rounds.
All right, you both know the rules. No proper names, no names of states, no slangs, no ifs, ands, or buts. No mumbling in the clinches. Keep your words clean. All right, now shake hands, go to your corners, and come out talking. Don Dumpy again in the booth, bringing you another in the fabulous Gillette cavalcades of sports presentations. Stay tuned at the end of the fight for more details on up-and-coming sports events, all brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company. Now, the bell, round one. Both talkers come out fast to the center of the ring.
Leon fight.
Buckley leads with a one-syllable noun.
Defeat.
A two-syllable adjective by Agnew.
Suspicious.
A two-syllable adjective by Buckley.
Rhetoric.
And Agnew is back with a two-syllable adverb. Both fighters dance around each other.
Sexagenarian.
A three-syllable adjective that stuns Agnew, and Agnew is blushing. The red in his face is clearly visible.
Nymphomaniac.
And there's a three-syllable adjective by Agnew. And there's the bell ending round
Buckley says
one.
sexagenarian, which means like a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
But Agnew thinks it has to do with sex, and so he shoots back with nymphomaniac. Oh.
Which, by the way, this bit is great.
Yes.
I feel like you could rip this off today.
Yeah. I know. It's so much fun.
I mean, the framework, the structure of this, you could take this beat for beat and just replace the names.
Exactly.
And update it easily.
Like, truly, like, Earl Dowd might be one of the greatest comedy writers ever. This is a great bit.
I'm curious to hear. I'll keep my eyes out. If anybody finds an Earl Dowd Reagan, what was the Reagan one called?
That Reagan one. Yeah.
Well, if anybody finds that Earl Dowd Reagan record, you can send it to Off the Records at P.O. Box 27794, Los Angeles, California 90027. Because I don't have that record.
Yeah, I found the First Family one many years ago and bought it and listened to it. I did not find it nearly as entertaining as this one.
Same. I've listened to that. This isn't. This is so much better.
This is more rollicking early 70s wildness.
Also, I wouldn't throw away Lyndon Johnson's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
I want to give that. I didn't know that existed till today. Yeah.
You know something about LBJ.
Tell us.
The biggest penis.
Of any president
in the White House. Yeah,
wow.
he would routinely throw it, pull it out, and call it his third leg.
This is actually Sean is obsessed with penis. So he brings this up all the time about everything.
I'm a president. I always say I'm a historian of the United States presidency, but what I really mean
is cock size. There's a call with the Hagar Pants Company with LBJ where he's talking to them about pants the way he wants them cut, and he talks about it cutting into his nutsack.
Wow.
Hello. Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So leave me, you never do have much margin there. But see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole. All right, then. So I can let it out there if I need to. Now, be sure you got the best zippers in them. These are good that I have. And if you get those to me, I would sure be grateful. Where would you like to finish, please? White House.
So we were in the middle of the fight,
Yeah. So now we're going to hear Spiro talk to his coach.
Sharp.
Round two.
Vitriolic.
Agnew out first with a hard three-syllable adverb which seemed to catch Buckley off guard.
Sacrosanct.
Another three-syllable adjective by Agnew.
Mellifluous.
And Buckley is back with a hard three-syllable pronoun that brings Agnew up short. Both talkers circle each other, neither one taking the initiative at this time.
Taut.
And there's a short one-syllable adjective by Agnew.
Tawdry.
And another short one-syllable adjective by Agnew. And another short one-syllable adjective by Agnew. All three words hit their mark, and Buckley backpedals to his corner. Both talkers are sizing each other, waiting for that opening.
Ecology.
Buckley lands a two-syllable adverb which catches Agnew off guard.
Invective.
And a punishing three-syllable noun by the champion.
Tumultuous.
And two-syllable pronoun by the champion.
Well,
Agnew appears to be in trouble. A one-syllable noun by the champion.
Ecology,
And a
urban
two-syllable
housing.
pronoun both by the champion. A two-syllable
So
noun and
these
a
are all things that are
two-syllable
going to
adverb.
get Spiro reeling.
So the fight is it's just a verbal.
Just who's got the better vocabulary. But there's, I think the underlying comedy is that like Buckley knows Agnew's weaknesses as a Republican is he's not into like welfare and ecology and whatnot. So that gets him reeling.
So nothing really changes. Is the
but it's just it's a solid game.
Yeah.
Like it's really well put together.
It is nice to know that nothing changes because everyone's like, oh, politics are so intense right now.
Well, they figured out a way to keep everybody busy.
Yeah, they've been saying that for every I watched some Disney movie from the 1940s where Jiminy Cricket was like, nowadays you look in the paper and everyone's mad at each other.
Yeah,
and like that's
the way they keep.
Yeah, and so life is great. Let's start a movement.
Yeah, life is great.
I know.
New positivity. But I will say this is not streaming anywhere.
Okay.
So I will maybe we could put the album up on Patreon.
I'll put the whole album up on the World Record Podcast Patreon for everybody to listen to.
So good. We don't have to listen to the whole Silent Majority, but the joke we want to know what
Silent
the joke
Majority
is?
will
I'm excited to hear it.
We'll hear a little bit of it.
We're coming right up on it.
Okay.
They are loyal, patriotic, and above all, silent. Because of their inactivity, these
still
people
talking
have
about the silent
generally
majority
been ignored
to this day.
by the previous administration. However,
nothing's
tonight,
changed.
as a
Outside of the
tribute to their
1980s,
great
no
loyalty,
one has ever really been proud to be Republican. It's always been they've been down totally okay with being the silent majority.
Right.
of the country to be here at the Grand Ballroom at the Statler Hilton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States, Spiro T. Agnew.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Peter, don't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the great silent majority, I just like, ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and gentlemen, could we hold that down a little bit? All right, I just like, please, will you hold down the noise? I'd like to say a few words.
Yes, silence, please.
Could you calm down? Could we have a little silence? A little silence. I would like to say a few. I can't hear myself think. Hold it down, please. Please, could you keep it down? Silence.
So the joke is the silent majority is
loud.
just
Yes.
cacophonous.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
There's nothing funnier to me than sound effects.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
I threw some sound effects albums into the mix for Matt, but he was.
I was stubborn.
I think Matt made the right choice.
He made the
We're
right
having
choice.
such
This
a
is
good
great.
time
This
here.
album
Yeah.
is easily in the top 3 albums we've listened to.
Yeah, it's real good. And so now, there's the famous Frost Nixon movie, right?
Right.
So, and side 2 is mostly just, it's a guy, he calls himself Jack Frost, as opposed to what's Frost's real name?
David Frost.
David Frost, as opposed to David. And it's just a long interview with Spiro. So you can kind of pick and choose what you feel like playing on that side. But you could think 1988 playing RC Pro-Am on Nintendo,
Yeah.
listening to this in the basement, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
You're vibing. You're
Oh.
living your best life.
Seriously.
So this is I just thought of David Foster Wallace, but hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Sell that to Kindler.
David Foster Wallace.
So skip the first track, at least. You want to go to 2 for this.
So you don't want to hear "I'm sorry"?
Well, we only have so much time.
yeah, we never want to hear anyone apologize on this podcast.
I mean, now Brendan wants to hear it because I told him to skip it.
Oh, that was a delicious bouillabaisse. I must go into the kitchen and give my compliments to the chef. Where is the kitchen?
Through those swinging doors, monsieur.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
I knew what was gonna happen.
There's several more of those because I'm sorry goes 2.5 minutes. Yeah.
No, the all of side 2 is just Jack Frost
Yes.
part 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes.
5, and 6.
Yeah.
And then the final bit is Doomsday Machine.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I mean, the Jack Frost interview has a lot of good lines in it, but like I said, if you just want to randomly raise the volume every once in a while, Doomsday Machine is another I'm sorry moment where someone is like, this machine could destroy the world and then Spiro goes, I'm sorry. He presses the button.
Oh, well, you didn't have to spoil it.
Well, something that I love about this album too is when you actually like search for it on the platforms.
Yeah.
All that comes up is
my
your
song. About
Oh, you have a song about this album?
I do. Yeah, that's how the son of the star got in touch with me.
Oh yeah. So, what are you up to now? Like that's we haven't talked about you much. How many songs? 26,000.
Yeah.
And you're fully retired. When I first met you, you had a
day job,
a night job, really, right?
Group home. Yep. Three nights a week.
What was what were your tasks at the group home? Make sure nobody escapes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had overnights, but it wasn't overnight awake. It was overnight asleep.
Oh, so you just had to be there.
Just
your
be
body.
there. The alarms were on, so if anyone tried to escape in the middle of the night, I'd be woken. If there was an emergency, they'd knock on the door.
Ooh, we should steal this for the disorderly security.
Oh yeah, Sean and I are writing a movie.
Dream job.
And what was you say group home? But what can you tell us? What type of it was like? Adolescent.
Yeah, teens who just had
wayward boys.
Sometimes it was like a step down. They were in like more of like a secure facility, but before going home, they'd come to our place for 3 months or 6 months. I had a blast. They had a basketball court there, so I was playing tons of basketball with the kids, having a blast. There were moments like I was on the Tonight Show with the Jimmy Fallon on a Tuesday night, okay? And Wednesday night I had to go clock in for my shift, and it was I need it though because my ego is so huge that I need the kids. And the funny part is the kids greeted me like I was a god when I showed up at work the next day.
Yeah, you were on TV.
Yeah.
But by the end of the night, when I'm like, all right, it's bedtime, they're like, you can't tell me what to do.
Did you have any like major altercations with any of the kids? Like,
No, I don't. I mean, I had to. I'm pretty strict.
Yeah.
I'm a tough love kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't like to make concessions. If a rule's a rule, we're gonna follow that gosh darn rule.
Yeah.
But mostly, I was like, look, just mop the floor, then we can go play basketball. What do you say? Just mop it. It's 4 minutes. What do you spend 20 minutes fighting? Or just mop it for 4 minutes. Then we can play basketball.
Is that how you deal with your wife, too?
No, but I get along great with my wife. I have a wonderful wife. Yeah, she's the best.
That's also just good advice as a parent is to talk to your kids like that. Like, I know I do, is I'm always being like, come on, like, you got to have medicine. If you don't have the medicine, you're going to die. And I with my kids, I'll often say like, "Oh, thanks for coming to the beach with me today, kids." And they're like, "Yeah, well, we had no choice, though, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, you had no choice, but still, you came with a good attitude. I appreciate it." But you have a new film,
Evil Puddle. Yeah,
and we'll be watching that in Los Angeles tonight. That's why you're here.
Yeah, you're not coming.
I won't be there tonight, and this will be out after the fact.
Yeah.
So.
Brendan had more important things to do.
But where is there? Are you're kind of like barnstorming with it right now?
Yeah. We're one-off screenings all over the world. It played in London last month. Yeah.
You didn't go to that?
I didn't go to that one.
Where can people find the Motern Media?
Yeah. 603-644-0048 is my phone number. You can call me, and I'll direct you where you need to go from there.
That's something that is very fascinating about you, is that you have created a maze for people to, because that's
yes.
You talked about how I discovered you, and that's on my old podcast.
Yeah,
we had an episode where it was everybody's birthday or something, and I was like looking up birthday songs, and we had played one of your songs. Either way, you have a very distinctive voice, and I remember listening to a song going, wait, it's that same guy from that other song we played. And then there was a phone number in the description. I was like, he has his phone number. Let's call him.
And I was at work when the call came in. It was chore time. The kids were doing chores, and I see a phone number, and I think it said L.A. You know, I get a little extra excited when it's an L.A. number, so I snuck into a closet for a few minutes, and now here I am.
But you
13 years later.
You have bands, because you had 3 or 4 different birthday bands,
right?
And they were
competing against each other.
And you have Paparazzi and the Photogs.
Yeah.
You had all these songs and albums under different artists' names.
Yes.
So you have 26,000 songs.
Yes.
And how many movies have you made?
Like 15.
15.
Yeah, feature lengths.
You made 15 feature-length films.
Yeah.
And you have 2 podcasts.
Yes.
And this is and you're the happiest guy ever.
Yes. Yeah. And my wife catches me like napping. And I have a little room in the corner of the house where I do my music and edit movies, and she'll frequently walk in and I'm just laying on the couch. She's like, "Oh, it's the most productive man in showbiz. If they only knew the truth."
They like to do that, don't they?
Wives.
Yeah. They like to just pick out the one moment that they are always looking for the negative.
And okay,
not my wife.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
I didn't say I didn't talk about.
I like to watch
how much anybody loves anyone.
Horror movies while I'm recording songs. You know, I like to put on like Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh yeah.
She just knows to come in during the nude scene.
Oh yeah.
And be like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah. They have a radar for buzz killing. You ever watch the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
I don't like the supernatural horror as much as
it's kind of odd that we're friends, because you're a real pain in the ass.
Best friends.
We are best friends.
You're a Freddy guy. You like Freddy.
I love the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and I recently discovered on my one of my most recent watchings of Nightmare on Elm Street that the high school that they go to is right up the street from where I live. Nice. Where Johnny Depp and
do they go to John Marshall?
Yep.
It's
out front of Marshall. That's
the
fine. If you want to come
like,
murder me, just go to Marshall High and look for me walking my dog.
That's where the Grease Boys go.
Isn't like every movie? Isn't there like one high school in LA that tons and tons of movies have used?
I've heard that the exterior of Marshall High was used in Raiders of the Lost Ark for the exterior of the college that
Karen Allen.
That what's his name teaches
Harrison Ford.
Oh,
Indiana
really?
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
When the girl writes "I love you" on her eyelids.
Yeah.
God, we're not only just the premier Listening to Comedy Records podcast, we're also the premier Filming Locations podcast.
Well, you know what? You
So
can
much.
see out the window that that highway overpass. Pulp Fiction. That's when Bruce Willis pulls out of the.
Yes, that
Zed's
is
dead.
I thought Pulp Fiction driving here for real.
Yeah.
I felt it. Yeah.
It blew my mind when I found out Atwater Village was like a major part of Pulp Fiction.
And
is that where Travolta gets shot, or
it's mostly the Bruce Willis stuff,
okay.
like the whole chase, like with the with Ving Rhames
when he hits Ving Rhames with the car.
Yeah.
and Kathy Griffin is in that, right?
Also,
she's still there. If you go to Atwater Village, you will see Kathy Griffin.
Isn't she one of the bystanders after Ving gets shot?
Yes, she is. Yeah. I think he was dating her at the time.
Ving Rhames?
No,
Quentin Tarantino. That's right. They were friends. He was also friends with
Cho.
It's Pat lady
and Julia Sweeney. He directed Julia Sweeney's one-woman show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Julia Sweeney on This American Life did a appearance like 15 years ago where she talked about how she robbed the store she worked in, you know, all the time. And
she would steal from them.
Yeah, she would steal from the store. And she just talked about it like it was a big joke. And I was outraged listening. I'm like, oh, not only did you steal from the store, now you're raising your profile on This American Life by talking about it. Like, she should repay that store. And yes, I have a song called Julia Sweeney, You Should Repay That Store. Julia Sweeney. Julia Sweeney. I heard a story you were telling on the radio about how you stole all kinds of money from a hotel bar. And why would you do that? That's a terrible thing. You should get up right now and go to that bar and return your money. You're a super rich celebrity lady now, yes you are. So you should return that money to that hotel bar. Julia Sweeney. Julia Sweeney. You were laughing rapping about it on the radio, saying, yeah, I stole thousands of dollars from a bar, yes I did. And it made me so upset, and I lost my respect for you. You ought to go and return that money to that bar. It was very bad of you to steal so much money from that bar. If you happen to have already returned the money to that bar, then I apologize for this lecture. Yes, I do. More Jack Frost.
Had a portable radio, everything.
Do you feel that these same opportunities for advancement apply to the blacks?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if they're sincere about wanting to better themselves, then it's very easy. Let me tell you a story about a poor colored boy who came from a poverty-stricken home. He was one of 13 children. His father died when he was 2. He had to work after school starting from the age of 5, but he never dropped out. He kept going to school until 3 o'clock, and he worked from 3 till 10, and then he studied from 10 till 1 in the morning. And he did this for many years, kept his grades up, supported his family at the same time. And then he went on to college, graduated cum laude, and today, this man
I'm going to laugh at cum lord.
Abject conditions is working as a chauffeur to the President of the United States of America.
We'll take a break and then we'll be right back.
So yeah, great album. This podcast is fantastic. I'm a big fan. I love, even though I didn't write the song, I love the theme song. It's really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, we'll throw it the fuck out if you
No
want.
way. No, but I love World Record Podcast too. I love that. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's all great.
Well, I'm a huge fan of yours, Matt,
Yeah,
and I'm glad that we've become so close over the years. Yeah, we've known each other for a dozen years at least.
Yeah, I think it was 2012 when you guys called me. Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
So that'd be 13 years ago.
You're one of my closest friends, and
I
I've
know.
only seen you in
Seen each other
person
like
maybe
four
4 times.
times.
Yeah.
And Brendan and I tied in basketball when we played 1-on-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
2-2.
Brendan, can you ball? Are you a baller?
Yeah, I was telling Matt I was in the worst shape of my life when we played too. So I would completely dominate him right now. My 4-year-old son would probably hold
Holy
him.
shit! Brendan is spitting a basketball on his finger as he says
Check it out. Well, Matt, thanks for
Yeah,
doing the
great
show. What
episode.
song should I play us out with here?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll play it.